Well, GM, G,
to the
M. Great morning, my friends. D-Gens, Diamond Hand Fam, Forge and Fuel Crew, Super Soldiers, One Percenters, Pioneers, Pivoters, Pursuers, Builders, Brothers and Sisters, Hermanos y Hermanas, Mamas y Papas, anyone I may have left out and anyone in between, welcome back. And welcome into the best way to start your day. It's time to get fired up at Forge and Fuel, baby. I'm your humble, honored, and clearly always hyped host, Colton Capp Swirl One, and I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with me and my guys, and dive down some motivational and inspirational rabbit holes unlike any other. Now, my friends, we hope you had a happy Thanksgiving, but that holiday is now behind us. Only 2 more days of the month of November remain. And then only 31 days of 2024 are left after we begin next week. Actually, it'll be 30 days. Holy shit. 30 days by the next time we see you. So I hope you're turning those obstacles into opportunities. I hope you're turning those losses into lessons. And I hope you've been turning those trials and tribulations into triumphs and getting those 4 or 5 things in order. And if you're not, well, right now is one hell of a time to start. Don't wait until the damn New Year's resolutions. Get started right now. And if you need a little inspiration, a little motivation, a little good vibration to help you do that, well, we'll have all of that and more coming your way over the course of the next hour to hour and a half or so, and every single show you decide to tune in. But before we get into that energy, before we can tap in, if you will, and before we get that proverbial showboat surfing through the waves of change, we must humbly ask you to do a few things. If you can find it in that big old heart of yours and you haven't done so already, maybe you could take a quick second to smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you're currently adjusting the Forge of Fuel podcast on. If you are watching on YouTube, you might as well hit that notification bell over yonder as well, so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping here on the channel. And if you're enjoying this program, hit that like button too. Help that algo go and flow over there on the YouTube. If you're watching on Rumble, if that is your platform of choice, hit a subscribe, hit a notification bell, hit a like button over there too. And if you're watching on the old X app, shout out Mr. Musk. If that is your app of choice, hit a like, hit a repost, hell, even hit a quote post. Let the people know over there on the X timeline why you're tuned in live in prime time to Forge and Fuel this morning. And last but certainly not least,
If you're listening only to this podcast on your favorite podcast directory, maybe like Apple, Amazon, or even Spotify, maybe you could give us a follow or leave us a 5-star rating, or just go on ahead and smash the hell out of whatever buttons you see over there on your platform of choosing, because it only helps us grow and flow on those bad boys too.
as for all of you beautiful humming beings that have already smashed the hell out of those buttons, helped us get going and flowing this morning, we can't thank you enough. But if you're tuning into the show and you haven't done so, and you're thinking, why the hell should I hit those buttons? Well, maybe
Don't
this show
be
makes
rude.
you laugh. Maybe this show makes you cry. Maybe this show makes you think. Maybe over the course of the next hour and a half or so, you go, I ain't never thought of it that way before. What a great bunch of perspective that was. Well, if so, don't be a host, share the show, be a friend, tell a friend, let somebody know, and we will proceed with this morning's flow. My friends, I've said we, I've said us, I've said boys a few times, but I've been the only face you've seen so far on this screen. However, you have heard some sounds. That must mean Mr. Producer, DEEZY, our guy Derek DZ Snow is up in the building, ready to get this show cranking, mother suckers. And there is another man here with us, the other half of this fine morning program, if you will, the fire to my ice, the electricity to my power outage, the forge to my fuel, the yin to my yang, the water to my boat. Who's to say, who's to know? I'm just trying to tell you, he's the heads to my tails, and he's the other half of this fine morning program. He is the owner of the Grandpa Ape Country Club. He is the lead pro on the GACC Greens, if you will. A professional DJ with a wide-ranging musical catalog. Honestly, if you ever find yourself on a dance floor where he is the DJ of said facility and has a couple of records on the old turntable, spinning them, swirling them, and putting them together into one jam, it's going to be hard for you not to move and groove and gyrate and say, golly goodness, this song's fire, making him a human iPod.
What?
A purveyor of positive vibes.
What?
A curator of high-level energies.
What?
A certified PLP pusher.
What?
The jet plane flying.
What?
McLaren driving.
What?
Rolex rocking.
What?
Jesus piece dangling.
What?
President of St. Louis, Missouri.
What?
Sweet James Jones himself.
What?
The one and only.
With an emphasis on the one.
What?
He's DJ Swirl One. Great morning, Swirl One.
How you doing?
What's happening, everybody? Hey, happy Gak Friday. Well, some say Black Friday, but I'm about to Gak Friday. That's where I'm at right now. Shout out to everybody who was in the house, who ate some turkey, who's not maybe you had some tryptophan and you had a hard time waking up this morning. A couple people did that. I don't know. You should have seen me in the green room. I was bouncing around like Ricochet Rabbit. Cap was like, I got to get out of here. He literally had to walk away. He's like, I can't handle you right
This man's
now.
energy never stops. It never stops, kids. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter if we're in the green room. It doesn't matter if we're on the show. It doesn't matter if we're out live in prime time. You know, sometimes I come in a little neutral, right? I'm never negative. Sometimes I come in a little neutral. And this motherfucker is dropped into third gear, just out here fucking redlining the son of a bitch at 7 a.m. I mean, I ain't ever seen nothing like it. But hey,
That's
DJ Swirl One.
spicy meatball.
That's right. That's right. That's a spicy meatball. I wake up ready, and God bless America. I'm so happy to be here. So grateful for my life. Excited about the energy. Today's Friday. Hey, it's literally, we're like 2 days away from December. Wait, 2 days. Oh my crack. Oh, we don't know what to do. Guess what? You know what you can do for me? Hey, hit that DM button, hit a text message, send a link out to somebody who has not checked out this show. We would really appreciate a brand new listener with us today. It doesn't matter who they might be. I share the show every day. Well, if I talk to somebody, of course. Yesterday, I talked to only the people I know. I did not see very many strangers yesterday. But that's okay. I'll make up for it today when I see strangers later. My friends, Forge and Fuel is here, ready to get you started right on the right foot for the right pep in your step for Friday. Man, as you can tell, I'm bouncing off the walls. Cap, you ready to do? Hey, you got a video. I think you need to watch the video.
Oh, I'm ready to do this, dude. I just need a little coffee. You know, I'm still coming out of a little bit of a sickness. You know,
Hey, I
I still got just a touch of congestion, but that's okay, dude. We're getting through it. And probably by the end of the show, I'll be a minute.
Good morning, Vietnam.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget your water either. Make sure
Little
you're
coffee, little
Coffee,
water.
water,
I
vitamins.
might have taken some vitamins pre-show, and it just like almost killed me. I thought it was literally
Me
going
too.
to put me down, and so I was just like, holy shit. Hey, cheers to all of you beautiful human beings. Just having a little sip of some Java. Oh!
Ah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Oh,
right
that's
there.
that good stuff.
Well,
That's nice.
Well, Swirl One, can you believe it? Here we are, live in prime time, episode 620 of Forge and Fuel. And you know, we used to have this version of the show where it was only on Spaces. And we played some music because we didn't have any of those, you know, whatever the 4-letter copyright shit is. So we could just do whatever we wanted to do. Well, now, it's a little different. But that doesn't mean we don't remember where we come from. That doesn't mean we don't remember that some things that used to happen. Now, do we hold grudges? No. Do we sit here and fester and remember some of these things? No. But over the course of that program that was called Java and Jams, we would let people come up and speak. And sometimes somebody'd get it in their head that they were the smartest guy in the room. Or maybe even the smartest gal in the room.
Not sometimes, all the time.
It was happening a lot of times. And, you know, I've always said I'm just big, dumb dipshit, barely wipe the word off my forehead every single day. Now, that's not me talking negative to myself. That's just me humbling
those
myself.
people haven't showed up to this show either, those people we're talking about either.
Oh, well, wouldn't you fucking know it? Huh? Who's to say? Who's to know? Either way, you know, that seems to be a problem in this world, right? You know, you're in a room full of people. And there just gotta be one chicken sucker. That is, hey, I know everything about everything. You don't know nothing about nothing. I am the smartest of all the smarts. And this morning, my friends, we go to Hell's Kitchen. Say hello to the legendary Gordon Ramsay and a couple of his students when they're first starting off on their journey. And one young man just simply cuts to the point, and the other young man tries to be the smartest guy in the room.
Chicken tastes like chicken.
So, what is it?
Chicken.
What was that?
It tasted like a meat tortellini with a bit of sweated onions in the background.
Jesus. That was chicken, you twat.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't even laugh for that guy. I feel so bad for him right now. I'm embarrassed for him.
Gordon about
It
passes
tastes
the fuck out.
A beef stromboli with a little bit of ravioli.
A little sweated onion in the back. It was fucking chicken, you twat.
What is, dude? Come on. What are you doing? You're in front of like a legend. Just say what it is.
Just trying to be the
You know what you're supposed to say? It all tastes like chicken, bro. No matter what, that's always the answer.
Hit
When
me
somebody
a
says,
good
what's it
piece.
taste like? What do you say?
Tastes like chicken. Everything tastes like
Chicken tastes like chicken.
So, what is it?
Chicken.
yuck.
What was that?
It tasted like a meat tortellini with a bit of sweated onions in the background.
That was chicken, you twat.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely better the second time because you're like, let me
It
see
gets
how
better every
serious
time
this
you
guy-
fucking.
Oh, buddy, he's definitely for real about this. He's like, oh, I know this. I'm gonna outsmart everybody here. That guy thinks it's chicken. Oh, hell no. I'm gonna take chicken parmesan.
And the best part is they're both headphoned and blindfolded, so they don't know what the other guy's saying. So they're just out there, they're just how smart are you? What do you know? What do you think you know?
You know what? There's a lot of people in life that are out there like that, headphoned and blindfolded while they're going through the day.
Oh, and telling you how smart they are based off of something they heard on CNN or MSNBC or NBC or even Fox News or
Fox News
Even
too, bro. Fox
all
is
of
just as
them
biased.
shit
Matter of
ass.
fact, Fox
What
has
was
a
your
great
media?
way of doing reverse bias so that you think that you're supposed to be listening to something, but they're actually leading you another direction if you're not paying attention.
Little controlled opposition, if you will.
Yes.
Oh, who's to say, who's to know? Wow, wait, this isn't decoding the divide. What's going on around
Oh,
here?
my bad. Oh, shit, that's next week. I'm
Oh, well.
sorry. I got my days
Oh.
screwed up. Hey, please forgive me.
Whew.
Hey, I go down these rabbit holes too.
So just tell you how it is. Who's to say? What was your media acronym the other day? Most
effective devil in America.
There it is.
Bro, that's real.
Ooh, sip
That's
of tea on
real.
that one. Well,
Hey, that started so many different conversations that day. I'm trying to tell you. And the one guy, I'll just never forget, he says, hey, your shirt, do you think the government has anything to do with the media being a devil? And I was like, my friend, you just opened a whole can of holy shit. Let's talk.
how about all the people up at the top worship the devil and they literally have that written into their religions? But we won't go down that rabbit hole. Who's to say? Who's to know? Maybe there's more topics coming for decoding the divide. Maybe it's time we really start decoding the divide. Maybe it's really time we really start seeing why we are divided. And where's that division created from? Wait, I don't
Vatican. Oh, I mean,
I don't hate black
God.
people. I don't hate white people. I don't hate Asians. I don't hate. And a matter of fact, I don't think if I asked anybody, hey, do you hate? Matter of fact, I ain't never met a racist in my entire life.
Me neither. I've met people with biases, but that's kind of a human.
It's
thing.
like this.
you know?
It's a strings and. But who's behind the strings? I don't. Who's to say? Who's to know?
Oh,
we got
shit.
plenty of things to talk
Here
about.
we go again.
But my friends, there's a little morning rabbit hole, little morning laugh, little morning banter. You know how we do it around here. Got to get the juices flowing, get going, knock the sleep out of the eyes a little bit, get yourself moving, get a couple sips of Java, get that water going. And now it's time that we start flowing. It's time we start dishing out some insights, some perspectives, some knowledge, some things that we have learned that have helped us thrive in this thing called life. And hopefully, if we share them with you, maybe it could change a thought or move a muscle in a positive direction to help you do the same. So without further ado, my friends, I humbly ask you would grab out a little notebook. Brand new notebook here for me. Ooh, I mean, look at thick. Woo! You can go to Amazon Basics and get you all of these for like $10. They come for like, there's like 20 of them in a pack. If they're the best thing ever, buy these. A little pen, a little pencil, maybe an iPad and a magic pen, maybe a piece of parchment, a big feathery quill, and a nice large jar of ink. Whatever the hell you might need to keep track of the knowledge and insights coming your way over the next hour or so, baby. Because, my friends, it is now officially time. The train has been loaded. The conductor and conductee, I don't know if that's the right way, but sure, are ready to rock and roll, baby. We're tossing a little coal into the furnace. Swirls over there doing a little ooh. So it must be time, my friends, without further ado, to get into your first segment of the day, your Sharpening Session. Alrighty then, my friends, back here live for your first segment of the day on episode 620 of Forge and Fuel baby. Oh, hello. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Look at him going crazy back there. Who's to say, who's to know? Sometimes they pick me up, sometimes they don't. Oh, there it is. Whoa, holy shit. My friends, if you didn't read the title of the show, you won't know, but let me be the first to get you up to date. Who's to say, who's to know on our opening topic of the day and what we're talking about. And maybe, whoa, something we just talked about ties in real well, or is that the direction we're going? I don't know. What happens when you wake up? What happens when you wake up is your opening topic of the day. What happens when you wake up? And maybe, just maybe, this conversation might go in the direction we were just kind of tipping around the rabbit hole of at some point in time. Who's to say, who's to know? But I wanted to bring a little bit of a different thought this morning. Maybe some things we've talked about in the past, but maybe some different thoughts. I know definitely different thoughts because I've never thought of it in this way. And I've been reading We Who Wrestle with God by Jordan Peterson. He's kind of toyed with this idea. I think he's going to probably bring it up later on in the book. I'm looking forward to it. And I just couldn't help but share it because it ties in so well, like I said, with things that we talk about all the time. So first thing in the morning, right? First thing in the morning, you're still asleep. That alarm goes off for the day, or whatever your alarm is. What do you do when you wake up? What happens when you wake up? When that alarm goes off, what happens? Do you see your room? Although maybe it's dark, maybe a little sunshine coming in through the blinds. Do you start to take stock of the room around you? Or is your mind creating a reality that doesn't even exist yet? Are you taking stock of everything around you, or are you stuck in bed with your head still on the pillow, legs not even swung over the edge of the bed yet, and you're creating a reality, seeing things as if they're real when they're not even there? How about that for a thought? And it doesn't just stop there. You swing your legs over the edge of the bed and you've created this whole reality. You don't even see your cat walk by you. You don't take a moment to pet it and say good morning, or your dog, because you're already spinning. Your legs go into the ground. Okay, holy shit. You don't make your bed. You grab some clothes because you woke up a little later. You didn't give yourself time to sit down and control your brain for a moment and do a little journaling and meditation and get yourself right. And so you grab your clothes and you run into the shower. And while you're in the shower, it's just... And you can grab onto a thought if you try. And you get out of the shower and start to get ready. Maybe you got to shave and you're thinking about 1,000,001 other things while you're shaving. It's you nick yourself. You do it again and again, and you got all these little pieces of toilet paper smashed all over your face because you've been cutting yourself all morning, because instead of being in the real reality you're in, you've been creating a fictitious reality with your mind. Think about that. You live in that fictitious reality. You're literally floating around in the thoughts of what could be, what might be, what should be, what would be, instead of staying in what is. And you get a little crazier and a little wilder, and then you go and you get in your vehicle after you poured that morning cup of coffee, and you rush into the car and you spill half the coffee on your lap, and out the garage you go, and boom, into rush hour traffic. And we're still rocking. We ain't even in the car. We're still creating this reality that doesn't exist. It's why you can't remember your morning commute most of the time, because you're on autopilot and your brain is controlling you. You're just going from A to B. You might be thinking right now, how the hell do you know what my life is, Cap? Because I've been through it. I've lived this exact way. I've let my brain control me for way too long, baby. And I know so many other people out there are doing the exact same thing. And if you can learn to come into the present moment, and instead of when you get out of rush hour, you get to work, and now you're really spun out of control. And the whole time that you should be focusing on your work, you're creating another reality of where you want to be, of what you could be doing. Damn, I really want to start my own business. Damn, why am I in this dead-end job? And you just keep banging away on the keyboard, doing your autopilot bullshit, monotonous work, while your brain is just spinning on how much you hate being right here. And then you get done, and maybe you go to the gym. Maybe you're that You're just that good enough to where you still go to the gym. You still make it happen, but you stay in your phone the whole time and you're creating this whole reality and you're spinning here left, right, and center while you should be focusing on moving the weight on the bench press. And then you get home and you eat your dinner. And while you're eating your dinner, you got YouTube or Facebook or X pulled up and you're doom scrolling and you're just getting more bullshit. And instead of eating your steak and your rice and your green beans, you're eating negativity and toxicity and bullshit. And then you get in the shower right before bed and again, then you go to sleep. Before you go to sleep, you're creating this whole reality of, oh my gosh, what might happen tomorrow? And then you wake up. Oh shit! I didn't text Sally back yesterday. Okay, Bobby's got me. All right, I got to do this and when. All right, okay. Ooh, okay. Shit, fuck. All right, here we. And you don't even know where you woke up. You didn't even see anything around you. It's this wash, rinse, repeat cycle. So I ask you, are you controlling your brain? Or is your brain controlling you? And I've said it a million times before. When you're doing the dishes, do the dishes. When you're walking the dog, walk the dog. Maybe one thing that everybody does where you could really try to start applying this, when you're taking a shower, take a shower. It's so easy to get on 1,000,001 different thoughts and all over here. Bing, 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 bing. Use that moment to watch your brain and how much it goes like this. And use it to grab onto those thoughts and come to here. And smell the soap. And feel the warmth of the water. And see the tile of your tub. When's the last time that you really took a minute to take stock of the tile of your tub and of your vanity and everything in there? Or do you just getting ready and fucking gotta go? Some things to think about. Are you creating a reality that doesn't exist, or are you existing in the reality that is given to you right now? And if you want to create a different reality, if I've been tripping triggers in you this morning, then you have to focus on the reality you're in. You have to stop creating a reality in the future. You have to stop thinking about the reality that was, and you got to come to the present moment. So, my friends, this morning, I'll ask you again. First thing in the morning when the alarm goes off, do you see your room? Do you feel the energy of the spirit that woke you up this morning? Or are you in anxiety and fear and what the devil wants you to be doing, creating a reality that does not even exist? Who's to say, who's to know? Just some thoughts here on this morning's show. What do you think about that, Swirl One? That tripping over there?
Bro, I love it. I was writing all
Huh?
kinds of good stuff down here.
Huh?
Oh, yeah. And you're right, man. Hey, and I woke up this morning and I got to tell you, I was ready. Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, like a squirrel. Squirrel, what can we do? What can we go? Where's my nut? I got to go find it. Hey. Time don't wait for no squirrel, so I'm going to get up, swirl, and make something happen. And I did. I got up and I'm not going to say that I didn't want to get up. And let me tell you this. If your alarm clock goes, that's probably your problem. Let's just start there. It's kind of like somebody yelling at you as soon as you wake up. We don't want that. So make it something nice, maybe a message, maybe a song, something that you don't mind hearing when you wake up. And I was going to say this too, because it's one of those things that Capp was talking about. And I always say, and okay, I'm gonna go on the the podcast, the phone booth podcast eyes real quick. You know, what are you letting your eyes render in when you wake up? Right? Ooh. We talk about, hey, I'm just saying, because what are you doing? You can render in a beautiful day, or you can render in darkness and oh my gosh, and anxiety and all the different things. And you wake up and you haven't even hit the floor yet. Your toes have not even touched the ground, and you're already spinning. You're already thinking about all the million things you got going on, right? Your thoughts are on 5 p.m. and it's not even 5 a.m., right? You beat your alarm because you're like, oh my gosh, I got to do all these million things. And I don't know how to, I don't even know where to start, right? And that's a problem. So your day is already done and you haven't even started. You haven't even walked outside. You've already played out the entire day. You know the meeting's going to be bad. You know all the things that are going to happen. Why even go attack the day since you know it all? Why? We talked about the know-it-all this morning, right? Hey, this is meat tartare with some sweated onions. That's what you said about your day, and you haven't even lived it yet. What the hell are we doing, right? So I think about this. You know, Cap talks about your brain controlling you. I don't even find that your brain controlling you. You know what I find it is? It's other people's hopes, dreams, and other people's expectations, because it's not your brain. You're following a schedule, and that schedule we already talked about was not placed by you. Those things that are on there, you weren't the one that sent those invites out. Other people sent those invites out. So your brain is not even controlling you anymore. Other people's hopes and dreams are controlling your day. Whoa. Why? What are we doing? Okay. So you don't sleep well also because you know why? You got done with all of today and you didn't take care of today. That's why your body isn't down to go to sleep. It's like, wait a minute, Swirl, you can't go to sleep. Why? Well, you didn't take care of any of the 5 things you were supposed to do today. No wonder you're having a hard time laying your head on the pillow because your job's not done. You missed today. You didn't set up tomorrow. You didn't get ready, right? You're already thinking about tomorrow and you're going to repeat the cycle like Cap said. I wake up differently. Once I have the opportunity to open the eyes and I realize they're open, regardless of the time, I just immediately thank you very much. Appreciate it very much. Man, I am so blessed to be here. I have so many people that have passed on before me that were more rich, bigger, smarter, more knowledgeable, all these different things. And somehow I'm still here. So what does that mean? I better live my day out as best as I can. I cannot waste a moment. I only have today. I have to get so much done today. As a matter of fact, I looked at my schedule to see today, what did everybody put on my schedule today? And I was very smart. I didn't let anybody put like a lot of things. There's one thing they put on there. Everything else is for me. But you know what else is on there? My gym time. Yesterday, I ate good all day long. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to eat good all day long today. I'm going to get my reading in today. I'm going to do all the things that I'm supposed to. And then tonight, we got a big party to have, right? But I can only celebrate once I've done the 4 or 5 things. And that's where people get wrong. They get to the weekend and all of a sudden they're like, all right, let's go pop bottles. When every day they've been living exactly like I just said, 5 p.m. at 5 a.m. Man, what are you going to do with your time this weekend? You got 2 days left of November. You got 31 days, I think it is, of December. Man, oh man, if you aren't trying to get some momentum, you are wasting your time, my time, and you might as well just turn this off and turn your TV back on, because I promise you this time next year, you'll be in the same exact place wondering, man, next year's going to be my year, I hope. What happened this year? I won't be that person. Cap's not going to be that person. We're going to kick some ass this year. You better watch out. That's all I'm saying. Hey, takeover season is still in full effect.
It's takeover season. Who's to say, who's to know, chicken suckers? Come on, one time swirl one. You got me so fucking fired up over here.
Let's go.
I'm in it now, baby. Come on. Ooh. Hey, shit. All right, where do I start here? Things to get done. I got things to do today. I had things to do yesterday. I had things to do on Wednesday. And somebody asked me, shout out Chris, Gator Mining. He, on X, he said, hey, what are you doing on Thanksgiving? How you celebrating? I said, honestly, man, when the sheep play, we're still working, baby. I don't need a made-up holiday for me to give thanks. I don't need people to tell me that this is the day that I'm supposed to be grateful. This is 124 hours that I need to remember everybody and be thankful and grateful in this whole past year. I talk about this shit every single day. Why do I need a fucking holiday to be thankful and grateful and happy with where my life is, who I have around me, what I got going on? I mean, come on, man. I worked all day yesterday, and I can't wait. Some of you probably haven't even paid attention to what has already been put out there, and we'll talk about it at the end of the show. Who's to say, who's to know? But I'm pretty proud of it. I can't lie to you, because when your boy puts in a little bit of effort, he zones in. He puts his energy where he knows it needs to be. Some beautiful things fucking happen. And it's the same fucking thing with Swirl One. And then all of a sudden we get on the same page and we start putting our energy into the same fucking things. Can you imagine where we're going to go? And then we got old producer back here running the show and doing what he do and keeping us on task and right. I mean, this isn't going to stop. It's not going to go backwards. It's only going to keep going forwards, whether we have one person show up on a Black Friday or 100,000 people show up on a Black Friday. Who knows the difference from this year to next year? Can't ready to see that because I know we're still going to be here. I know we're still going to be moving, and I know I'm still going to be doing the exact same things, not taking time off on MLK Day or fucking Christopher Columbus Day. And I'm not talking shit about these guys, but what the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? We look at every opportunity we can to find one of these holidays to not have to put in effort, to not have to work, to not have to do anything. And then we wonder, like you said, Swirl, why when it does come back to work time, or holy shit, we didn't get any of the 4 or 5 things in line. We didn't do shit. It's what I say every Friday show. Leave your trials and tribulations of the week at the doorway and burst into this weekend chasing triumphs. Leave all that other bullshit that everybody else has put on your plate, and for once, step up for you. For once, don't use your weekend to escape the life you're currently living. One time, try using it to build the life you've been dreaming about. And I guarantee you won't waste another weekend again. I guarantee you'll look at those sticks on the controller a little differently. I guarantee you'll look at that bar bellied up with the bottle of Bud Light a little bit differently. I guarantee you'll sit in that VIP section and start looking around at motherfuckers a little bit differently. But you got to make the choice and take care of today. Did you take care of today? Damn, Swirl, that hit me so hard. No wonder you can't go to sleep. No wonder you got insomnia and all this shit going on. And you're just sitting there fucking festering in your thoughts, and you know you didn't do what you need to do, or you know you missed the mark, or you were bad in an interaction or whatever it was. Well, shit. Maybe you didn't take care of today, but you always know you got another opportunity tomorrow. If you miss the mark, inevitably you're going to get the exact same target tomorrow, and you're going to have an opportunity to hit it. Who's to say, who's to know, Swirl One?
Bro, I love it. I'm telling you, people don't think about that, and they're always like, man, I had a hard time sleeping last night. My question is, what are you waiting on? What do you mean? What are you procrastinating on? What are you doing right now that you're not supposed to be doing? Or what are you supposed to be doing that you're not doing right now? That's why people don't sleep. It's because of all of those different things. They've got something and they don't have a plan to handle it, to fix it, to conquer it, to overcome it. They're just dealing with it on a daily basis, right? And don't get me wrong, there are things in life where we all know money can't buy the fix. Okay, well, those things I understand. Well, you don't have to worry about those. You pray on those. Everything else, you need to act on those. That's the difference. People don't act on the things that keep them up. They don't act on the things they know they've got to do. And you know what's crazy is when you sit there, just like the guy said the other day, what would you do if you weren't scared? Bam, all of a sudden something hits, right? Hey, if you could fix anything right now, what would you fix? Whatever came to mind, is it in your power or somebody else's power? And if it's in your power, what are you waiting for? Why haven't you started? How much can you get done before December 31st if you started right now? Imagine where you would be this time next year if you started today and you didn't quit until then. Just think about all the things you could accomplish, or all the things that could come to you because you did that thing. I'm just saying, it's not the easiest thing to tell yourself, oh, I got to take accountability for things I'm not doing. But once you realize it's me, I had a part in this, I brought myself to the party and I popped the streamer, buddy. You got to realize, well, if I brought myself to the party, I better grab a glass and start to drink.
I go back. I got to go back real quick. Because you said a little while ago, why even attack the day if you know it all already? If you know everything already, why even attack the day? You know what? If you know it all, if your life's going to be so shitty, why don't you just off yourself? Why don't you just end it all? Why?
We don't want that, really.
You don't want to do that? You don't want to do that? Well, that's how you're living your life. That's how you're operating every single day. Thanks for noticing me.
Nothing good ever happens to me.
I can't ever catch a break. Knuckles dragging on the ground, looking down at your toes, shouldering around. Thanks for noticing me, everybody. Oh, my life is so hard. Man, if you already Why even attack? Why even attack? Why even go for it? Why even wake up today if you already know what's going on? Why even swing your legs over the edge of the bed if you already know everything that's going to happen and how it's going to work out? Man, some thoughts right there. If that doesn't smack you square in the chest and make you say, damn, I love this life. I love what I got going on. I may not know shit what I'm doing right now, but I'm going to try and figure it out. And you know what? I don't know anything. I don't know what's going on. And I'm going to stop trying to create a reality that I don't even know exists, that I just think could happen, might happen, possibly has the potential to happen, but most likely won't even happen at the end of the day. You ever notice that? All those things that you spin on, the Rolodex of the mind, building that reality in your bed before you look at the room around you. You ever notice how that never ends up happening? You ever notice how all that shit you created, it never happens? It never works out that way. It never goes bad, and it always ends up working out in your favor one way or another. So maybe if you realize that, you would stop putting so much pressure and so much bullshit on yourself while you're inevitably going to have to walk down the hallway. That's all you're doing. You're making your walk down the hallway harder. You're putting the weight of the world on your shoulders when you should be wearing it like water's off a duck's back, wearing it like a loose garment. Man, so many thoughts. I could talk about that for an hour, for crying out loud, Swirl One. Why even attack the day if you already know it all?
Bro, I had a conversation with the woman the other day, and they were like, oh, my kids. And I get it, man. I know your kids are important, but you got to understand, time is definitely not on your side. They're going to become 18, 21, 24, and they're going to move on with their life, and you're not going to have anything to show for your last 24 years. Don't get me wrong. Oh, I got my kids out. That's my legacy. I get it. That's what you should do, yes. But at the same time, I've said this too, are they watching a champion? Are they looking at a champion every day? Somebody who prioritizes their growth as well as their family's growth. Because a great person can handle many different things, especially if they put them on the 4 or 5. Your family's part of that. So I keep saying, hey, Swirl doesn't care. I'm like, oh, I do care. That's why they're part of that. That's why I do call people every week that I care about, because that's part of the deal. But at the same time, what would my family think of me if I wasn't trying to excel every day? What would my family think of me if I woke up in anxiety field? Would they be happy to talk to me? Would I be great conversation? What would my family think of me if I got up and I wasn't excelling every day? Those different conversations wouldn't be as bright. They wouldn't be as exciting. I wouldn't have much to talk about. And that's what you have to understand. You always have to give yourself value. And when you do that, people around you start to, and me and Capp talked about it. Hey, when you start leveling up, right, getting better, all of a sudden, everything around you gets better. Everybody around you rises up. So if you're doing better for your kids and you're doing better for yourself at the same time, they're going to do better for themselves. They're like, damn, my dad does this. Damn, my mom does that. Man, I need to start doing stuff for myself too. And it starts to rub off on them, right? You don't want people codependent on you, including your kids, where a lot of people, that's what happens. Their kids can't go to college. They can't do other things. Oh, they don't do well alone. Oh, they're not their best person when they're by themselves. Wow. I wonder if they've been watching that.
Ooh. Ooh. That's tough. Ooh, that's a tough one right there. Man, a lot of parents might be saying, oh, shit. Swirl One, fuck you. Fuck you. Don't say that. Oh, hey, that's a you problem, not a Swirl One problem. Hey, you might want to go find your nearest mirror and confront a little bit of the truth. Ooh, boy. I wrote down, be the person your kid wants to bring to show and tell day.
Oh,
Be the person your kid wants to bring to show and tell day. And not just because of your job, not because you're a firefighter or a banker or an entrepreneur or whatever, because of what they would say of how you've turned obstacles into opportunities, how you've never given up, how you've been basically a superhero in their life. Are you a superhero in your kid's life, or are you the villain adding extra shit to their plate, trying to control their lives and always arguing and fighting with them? Maybe those would stop if you just let them live their lives and guide them along the path. I ain't got no fucking kids, but I can tell I'm tripping a trigger or two over there. Maybe I'll be a good dad one day. Who's to say? Who's to know, baby? Hey. That's some fire right there, Swirl One. Whew, 45 minutes after the top of the hour. Son! Oh! That's a nice little opening segment right there. Got me a whole page worth of notes. My brain's good thing I got my headphones in, or my brains be falling right out of my ears. That's why I got these in. You know, I did unplug them one time. My whole brain
Guys,
would just fall out.
I'm gonna sidebar. You should have seen him this morning when I was bouncing off the walls. DZ could attest to it. It was funny. He was like, "Oh my god, this guy! I'm so glad he's my co-host, but God, I hate you right now. I'll be right back. I got a coffee." And he walked away. It was so funny.
Yeah?
Then he came
What
back,
about it?
and then he was fired up. And now look at him. He is fired up, dude.
Look,
Nobody's gonna
man.
stop him today. Nobody's
Look, man.
stopping him today. I can see it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be real hyped up. Who's to say? Who's to know? Sometimes I get a case of the I don't want us to. Sometimes I
human.
go through. I'm a humming beat, and sometimes I gotta lubricate the old gears before I can get them just cranking. And you know, I blew the old nose a little while ago when you was only. I mean, a good one. And I'm coming back.
Better now.
Coming back.
Okay.
I can finally breathe. I can taste. I had no taste. I couldn't even taste my fucking coffee. You know how irritating that is? When you go to taste the one thing you just love so much, you can't even fucking taste it. You just want to fucking rip your fucking. Who's say?
The black elixir of the gods always
Hey, man.
is, buddy.
Come on, little just black one time for the one time. Well, kids, this is How I Met Your Mother. Shout out to all your How I Met Your Mother fans. Gosh, man. I haven't watched that for so long. We might have to have a couple episodes this weekend. Who's say who's done? But that is what happens when you first wake up. Woo! Who's to say? Who's to know? Hope you got some great perspective there on the opening segment of the show. But it's time to get this proverbial show train steaming on down the tracks once again. We just went from opening island to sharpening island with the boat, but now there is a long landmass between reaction and answers. So now we have to get on to the train and take it over a couple of bridges, do a little bit of action, get it steaming down the tracks towards Growth Station as we get into your second segment of the day. My friends, it's your Reaction Refinery. Alrighty then, my friends, back here live in prime time for your second segment of the day. Ooh, that one's really picking up my voice back there. We got 4 clips coming your way here on the Reaction Refinery on this beautiful Friday morning. And boy, oh boy, do we got some good ones today. We got an experiment from the University of California, Los Angeles. That is UCLA. If you don't know, you won't know. We got a nice little something from a high-level thinker, a high-level entrepreneur. We have some stuff from a doctor, and then we got a little something from a proctor. Woo! I'm telling you what, it's fire flame heat up in here this morning. Your first clip of the day, my friends. You know, I was on my Luke Belmar tip this past couple of days. I've been going through some things, and I just doing a little research, a little this, a little that, and I came across a study. I came across a study that was done at the University of California, Los Angeles. And I started to investigate this study. And I said, well, by golly goodness, if this isn't what we talk about all the time, this is incredible. So this morning, my friends, we're going to watch just a little clip here about something that UCLA found, that when you put one thing in an environment of other things, chances are all of those things get on the same wavelength. It's something called spontaneous synchronization. And here it is this morning. How
That's what it
badass
feels like
is
when
that?
I'm inside of Ableton, bro. It's all of a sudden start to like mesh together. You could tell when they're doing the wrong thing and they're crossing, right? But that's amazing because truth be told, that is exactly how life works right there. When you are out of sync, your body will feel bad. You won't be able to sleep. You won't be able to listen to today. You won't be dealing with the peace that you should have every day. And you'll know that you're fighting. That's what people, hey, quit fighting it. Quit going against the stream. That's what that is right there. And what you'll find is when you're going against the stream, you're fighting and working harder than everybody else. All of a sudden, you start to realize everybody's going this way. You start to turn around. And then guess what? When you go the other way, all of a sudden you're in the flow and everybody's. And you know what? We get into that flow state. It does happen. And it can happen to you with the things that you're doing. And I have been in those situations where things just aren't working and you can hear them clicking against each other. And that's when you got to double down and continue to push hard. Keep going. Don't stop and let off, because I promise you, if you can hear the clicks, you're going to get closer to having synchronization. And so you got to make sure that you're in the area to hear the clicks, because that's what's your rhythm, the rhythm of life that pretty much guides you wherever you go.
We're all energy, frequency, and vibrations, man. And if a simple little metronome can get on the same page with all the other metronomes around it, maybe it's not only people. Maybe those aren't only people on the same vibrational frequency, but the shows you watch, the social media you intake, the books you read, the people you speak to, the things you say to yourself, all of those little things. Are you vibrating right? Is your frequency tuned in? Are your energies in the right spot? And if a simple metronome with no pulse, heartbeat, or anything in between can adhere to the waves around it to get on the same page and begin to put itself in a spot where it's doing its job, why can't you? Why can't you get to that same wavelength? And maybe you're just surrounded with the wrong people. Maybe you're just watching the wrong things. Maybe you're just eating the wrong things. Maybe it's just one little tweak. And then all of a sudden the frequency, and you're doing this. Whoa. It wasn't ever that good before. Oh my gosh, I'm in the flow state. Who's to say? Who's to know? Just trying to give you some secrets to this thing called life. There's a little spontaneous synchronization. Shout out to UCLA for sharing that experiment out there on the social medias. Baby. What? We have some more clips to get into. And now we actually have some words, not just the metronomes clicking back and forth. We have a young man who goes by the name of Eric Schmidt. And he's here this morning to give us some perspective now on why you should keep betting on yourself.
The advice that you wish you'd gotten at my age that you didn't get?
The most important thing is probably keep betting on yourself and bet again and roll the dice and roll the dice. What happens as you get older is you realize that these opportunities were in front of you and you didn't jump for them. Life can be understood as a series of opportunities that are put before you and they're time limited. So your philosophy in life should be to say yes to that opportunity. And yes, it's painful, and yes, it's difficult, and yes, you have to deal with your family, and yes, you have to travel to some foreign place and so forth. Get on the airplane and get it done.
He sounds like me. Get on the airplane and get it done. People are like, well, how do you travel? How can you do that? Well, do you have a family? You know what? I'm going to tell you right now. No, none of us are guaranteed to do anything every single day. Everybody travels every single day. It's just a matter of how far. Think about that. People, oh, how do you travel for a living? What, you don't? What, you don't? Oh, you only traverse the 3-mile radius of what you live around from here to your work and back. I'm sorry that your travel is so monotonous that you can't go farther than 3 miles. I go thousands of miles every single week. As a matter of fact, guess what happens tomorrow morning? I jump on a tin can and I head out to foreign lands where I will be spending quite a bit of my time for the next, 7-8 days. So all I'm saying is these dice, you see why I've got dice? I love dice. You know why? Because this right here, always, every time you roll, it's a new chance to get a 6. I got to roll that 6, right? Got to roll that 6. And the one thing I like about this, and shout out Marriott, they sent me this because I'm an ambassador over there. I love this little thing. It's perfect for me. because it just reminds me that every time I go out there, no matter if I get on a plane or if I'm just driving to the grocery store, I am rolling the dice. I'm rolling the dice on whether I'm going to come back. I'm rolling the dice if I'm going to be nice to somebody, if I'm going to have great interactions. And you know what? Just like every role-playing game out there that has dice rolls, there are way more than 6 ways to make your day happen today. That's why on this dice, it's kind of interesting. You can set it on its side. You can set it this way. And there's no numbers there, right? You know why? Because I dictate my reality when it lands on that day. I'm the one creating the number. I'm the one that's making something happen. And I don't stop because the dice roll says 1. I just pick it up and roll it again.
How about some perspective right there? Just say yes. Just say yes. Say yes to the pain. Say yes to the struggle. Say yes to the triumphs, the tribulations, the trials, the opportunity. Just say yes. Keep trying. Keep going forward. It only will work out. It only always figures itself out. It only always goes in the right direction as long as you don't get lost in your brain trying to control you, in your brain trying to take you into the opposite direction, into your brain seeing the fork in the road, the rainbows, puppy dogs, and unicorns, or muck and mire in the valley of the shadow of death. What do you do in those moments? You let your brain control you, take you back home, pack it in, go eat some ice cream, and go ride the fun rides? Or you going into the crazy roller coaster, triple, quadruple loop of death that jumps through the doggone, there's a break in the track and it goes through and it, at the last second catches on. You almost died. I won't go to that one. I like adrenaline. I like white knuckling from time to time. Every once in a while, you got to grab a hold. Oh, shit, here we go. And then you can, all right. Man, that was fast. Huh. That was fast for a second there. Hot dog. Wow. Okay. All right. Hey, wow. I'm not going as fast as I thought I was. Wow. I'm going pretty slow right now. Holy shit. All right. Well, I guess I can just start putting one foot in front of the other at this pace. Damn. Just roll the dice again, man. Just keep rolling the dice. Who's to say, who's to know? Man, I hope we're tripping some triggers on this morning's show because I got triggers tripping left, right, and center, man. Woo! Feeling good about it. Feeling great about it. Just like I am about this next clip. This one here features a legendary man we've brought to the show before, I believe. He's got some great podcasts out there. He's been a guest on some of the biggest ones around town in our lanes in the motivational and inspirational space. Boy, oh boys, he shares some great perspective. And once again, here he is to do that. Dr. Joe Dispenza, here to bring it all full circle for us, if you will, this morning, as he tells us how our personality creates our personal reality.
Personality creates your personal reality. That's it. And your personality is made of how you think, how you act, and how you feel. So keep thinking the same way, keep acting the same way, keep feeling the same way. Your personality is the same and your personal reality would be the same as well. If you wanted to change your personal reality, you would have to change your personality. You catch yourself complaining and blaming and making excuses and feeling sorry for yourself, and that's been your unconscious program. Then the moment you become conscious of those unconscious behaviors, you're out of the program. The act of becoming so conscious that you don't go unconscious is a changing of consciousness. To become so conscious of your unconscious self, to know thyself so well that you don't default back to that old personality.
Comment the word yes, and I will send you a...
Fuck your tool. I didn't know that was on the end there. Ah, shit. Fuck your tool, guy. We don't need your tool. We just need that shit from Dr. Joe Dispenza. And the last clip of the day is going to even tie into what he just said, too. But, man, your personality, how you think, how you feel, how you move, how you act, it all dictates your reality. Exactly what I was talking about this morning. And you want to change your reality, then it's time to stop complaining. It's time to stop putting things to the side. It's time to stop procrastinating. It's time to get back in the gym. It's time to start eating the right things. It's time to start doing the shit that nobody else does if you want to live the way nobody else does. Or if you want to just stay in the program, you just want to stay locked in the matrix for the rest of your life, be my guest. But that is exactly what we talk about. It is just being aware of your consciousness in the present moment. Where is my consciousness right now? And if it's floating 500 miles into the future where you don't even know if it exists yet, grab a hold of that son of a bitch and bring it back. Stick it inside. Say, okay, here I am now. Toes into the ground. What's next? Take time. Create your personal reality through your personality. Woo-hoo!
I wake up so excited every day, and people are like, is he always like this? Yes, I'm always like this. You know why people they know my personality, like to be around me, because I am always pumped up. I'm always excited. And even when things are going bad, like you guys saw on this show this last week, I'm still excited for life. You know why? I'm so blessed to have problems. I'm so blessed to have challenges that I can overcome on a daily basis. So why wouldn't I get excited? You know how many people shy away from challenges every day? They run from the challenge of life. They don't even like to handle anything in their life. They know they got a bill they don't want to pay it. I don't see it. I don't see it. And I'm like, hey, I see that. Let me look right. Let me play with that frog real quick. Oh yeah, it's a good looking little frog. Oh, look at these legs. Damn, this thing's got some hoppers on it, doesn't it? And sometimes when you're dealing with some frogs, man, you just got to appreciate the frog. Sometimes it is what it is, but I'm excited about it. Just like Jameis Winston the other day. I am so blessed to be here in Cleveland, Ohio, to get on this stage with this weather and be able to play football. Come on, man. That's outstanding. Sometimes just admire the frog. Smile big. You're lucky you even got a frog, buddy.
Another one.
You didn't like my hoppers comment?
Look at the hoppers on this guy.
Oh, that fucking broke me. Sometimes it's like that, man. It be like that sometimes. I'm sorry.
Oh fuck! That's gotta be a clip, man. This you over there, fucking. Look at the hoppers on this guy.
Turtles.
I like turtles. I like frogs. I like frogs. Oh shit! Your personality creates your personal reality. Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he said something in there. He said something in there that's going to tie in real well with the final clip of your second segment of the day here on the Reaction Refinery. We're being joined now by a man who we've been joined by multiple times in one way, shape, form, or fashion. Most recently in his older days. Today, in his younger years. He is the legend, Bob Proctor, and he's here this morning to tell us why we should know thyself.
People don't know who they are. They really don't.
What do you mean? I mean, I know my name, I know my age, I know where I live.
Yeah, that's not you, though. If you ask the average person who they are, they'll give you their name. They'll say, I'm Bob Proctor, but I'm not. Bob and Proctor are two words. My parents give them to me. They're called names, but it's not me. It's my name. Then somebody will say, well, this is me, but this isn't me either. It's my body. Like, you never phone down here to the studio and say, body won't be in today. It's sick.
Okay.
You know, we don't say am hand or am leg. It's my hand, my leg, my body, my name. Who am I? Well, that's an interesting question. And I believe if a person will start to study that and look for the answer, they'll find it. See, I think we live simultaneously on three planes of understanding. We're spiritual creatures, we have an intellect, and we live in physical bodies.
Okay.
But because we lack awareness or understanding of who we are, we're totally locked into a physical world, and we let things outside of us control us. 95% of the population are reacting to life. They're not really living at all.
Bro, that is so powerful. And we touched on this when somebody says, hey, what do you do for a living? Right? That's the one thing when people always say, give me your elevator speech. Tell me about you. The last thing I talk about is what I do for work. You know, 90% of the people in my life have no idea what I do for work. They don't even know what I do or where I go or do you even work? They have no idea. You know why? Because I don't make my life about what I do. My life is what it is. I am a big, bright ball of fucking energy that goes out every single day and tries to do the best it possibly can to make the creative proud. Hey, you want to call me? It's so funny because people want to call me BJ. Okay. Hey, some people want to call me James. Okay. My best friends call me Swirl. Love it. Right? But that just shows I'm not my name. I am who I am. It doesn't matter what you call me. You can call me BJ, James, hey, you, shithead, asshole, whatever. It doesn't change who I am. I know who I am every day, and I live it every single day. I get up, and that's why Capp saw me in the green room this morning, being me, unapologetically, completely, always 100% authentic. And if I am happy, you're going to see it. And if I'm mad, it's going to show on my face. And I'm not afraid of that. I love being me.
Bruh. Yep. I love being me, man. And that's what we were talking about. I love how you mentioned it. It's not about what I do. It's about what I don't do. It's about the things I won't accept, the things that I will accept, the things that I expect out of myself. The line in the sand that I draw. Who are you? I'm a motherfucking super soldier. And everybody knows that who comes around. Everybody knows that. You might call me Cap. You might call me Colt.
Surprise,
you might call me Chotch. You might, whatever the fuck you call me. I got a lot of names too. But everybody knows who I am. Everybody knows what I bring to the table. Everybody knows where I'm going to be. Anytime you're looking, I'm just going to be on the grind. Going to be surrounded with the Diamond Hand fam. Going to be trying to push this fucker forward. Going to be hopping in the boat over there at GACC and helping him row from time to time. Everybody knows what I do. You don't have to question that shit. And maybe that's why things are really starting to gain momentum. Maybe that's why things are really starting to feel a little different around here. It's because me and Swirl have figured out the whole know thyself shit. It doesn't come down to, oh, I'm Colt. I'm a podcaster on YouTube and I'm so smart and I'm an influencer. Duh. I don't ever want to be that. I don't ever want to be an influencer. I don't ever want to be some dipshit on the fucking timeline. That's the only place they have values with their 400 or 500 followers. Okay. My whole reasoning of doing this is to not be able to be found. To do what I'm doing right now is to diss a fucking peer. And yes, we'll still have shows. We'll still be doing what we're doing. But outside of this, if you ain't in the Diamond Hand fam, if you ain't rocking in Diamond Handsville, you ain't going to know where to find me. You ain't going to have no fucking clue what's happening until I pop up on the screen and you say, oh, yeah, you could get that asshole. Fuck that guy. Piece of shit. Or maybe I show up on the screen. Hey, there, he's back again. All right, fuck yeah. Whatever side of the fence you fall on, we don't do this for clout and likes and reposts and all that shit. Although that is great and that is what helps us grow, we do this for the real change. And if we can say one thing that helps somebody else know themselves, maybe you got your trigger trip this morning, then boy, oh boy, we're doing our job. Yeah, all you need to do is know yourself and you can break out of the system. Whew, jeepers creepers. I'm telling you.
Call me what you will. It doesn't change who I am.
Secrets of this thing called life. Ooh! There is your second segment of the day, my friend. Shout out to the great UCLA, Eric Schmidt, Dr. Joe Dispenza, and the one and only Bob Proctor. My friends, it's time to get into your third and final segment of the day. If you don't know, you won't know. But this is where we connect with you, the viewer, baby. All of our friends, family, and anybody in between, you have an opportunity to get involved in the show as we shift ourselves up on the screen and put your perspectives down there, don't you know? So without further ado, if you got something burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul, you got a question, you got some perspective, you had a trigger trip and you just can't help but get out your insights, drop it over there in the live chat and we will pop it up on this screen momentarily as we get into your third and final segment of the day, baby. Your answers from the Anvil. Alrighty then, my friends. Back here live in prime time for your third and final segment of the day. Answers from the Anvil here on episode 620 on this beautiful November the 29th, 2024. Hope you've been waking up like never before. Let's see what the people got to say. See what's been happening over there in the live chat today. First of all, the legendary Jared Albright. Great morning, everyone. Hope you have had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Right back at you, my friend. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all you beautiful humming beings. While we're on the topic, LF GAC. We got a nice little GAC session going down tonight. Who's to say, who's to know? We'll probably talk about that a little later on in the show. Mr. Brian Live Dog Livingston. He's a live doggy, doggy dog. GM to you, good sir. Great morning. Hope you're having a fantastic day up there in New Jersey, because you're the only, I don't know. I was going to say something with Tennessee, but that's Tennessee, Jersey. I don't know. Somebody figure that one out for me. I messed that one up. I was going to say something Tennessee. But didn't work. Who's say, who's no? I couldn't think of a rhyme for Jersey. I'm not the things aren't connected. The dots, lines, shit right there. We carry on. Kim Jones from a Capp. It's Friday, and we've got Forge and Fuel to kick off our day. Let's go. Grateful. Shout out, Mama Bear. We appreciate you. Hey, look, sometimes the English doesn't work over here. Sometimes
you're killing it. You've had a great show. So
I'm going to tell you what, dude. Fine. I picked a hell of a fucking career to have the old brain not work from time to time and not be able to speak English. Who's to say, who's to know? Wow, we got a brand new profile picture.
Look at that profile. Yeah.
The legend, Mr. Damascus Oglesby. He's getting ready for a little Bills run deep here late in the season. Who's to say, who's to know? He's a big fan. Ready to be tossing them dildos all over. Who's to say, who's to know? Shout out, Mr. Oglesby. We appreciate you. Open 24. Another beautiful day. Great morning, F&F family. Great morning, Open. Shout out to GG, too. I know you two are around there somewhere. We appreciate the both of you. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Thanks for all your support at DHMG and GACC. Baby. We're very grateful for the two of you amazing humming beings. Grammy P, speaking of gratitude, grateful for this young lady. Great morning, family. Happy Friday. Let's crush the day, super soldiers. Blessings to all. Right back at you, GP. We appreciate you. Thanks for all the love this morning. Shout out to the beautiful Miss Wable Snow, Mama Snow, if you will, aka Bella Rossi. Fantastic morning, everyone. Hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. Fantastic morning right back at you. Hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving, and hope you have some safe travels back to the Snow headquarters. Shout out to all the Snow fam. We love yous. Fiki! Oh, there he is. A little Fiki action. What's up, Fiki man? Great to see you up in here. GM. Love seeing a little Maction in the
That's
chat
outstanding.
time. Ooh, little gold grill Mac. Ooh, shit. Ooh. Who's say, who's no? Shout out to our GAC fam. We love you guys. Appreciate the hell out of you, Fiki. Who else we got out there, D's? Uh-oh. We got some good perspective now. Jared Albright back in the chat. Whoa. Your job's not done, so your mind is racing at the end of the day. Whoa! You got Jared Albright on that one, man.
Oh, he was going. I saw him.
Woo! Hey, shout out Jared Albright. Always helping the chat.
Killing the chat.
Low,
yeah, I love
always
it.
in. Hey, be Jared Albright. Be like Jared Albright.
Yeah, be like Jared.
Yeah. Shout out, Jared. We appreciate you, man. I'm on the right path, he says. You turn my light on so I can see, but I have to take the actions. We can only do so much for each other. We have to take the actions. You have to open the doors.
Oh, yeah.
Doggone right. I can lead you to the hallway, but I can't walk you down that motherfucker. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Shout out, Jay. We appreciate you, man. Know thyself and break out of that system. Shout out, Mama Bear. We appreciate you. Ooh, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, what are you fellas most grateful for? Well, I'd say just this doggone show. The opportunity to wake up every single morning and share a little perspective, put a few words into a couple of sentences, and tell you how I survive this thing called life on a day in and day out basis. Make a little content outside of the show, help other people grow. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful that I had some crazy thought in my head almost 2.5 years ago, and now it's blossomed into this. And now I'm about to dive deep into a hallway that I have no idea what it even is going to look like. But this time I'm doing it right, and I'm not worried about what it's going to look like. And I know what I need to do this time. And it's because I've been grateful. I just need to hang on to my creator. I just need to keep asking him what direction. And I just need to keep putting one foot in front of the other and responding instead of reacting. And the more I fly off the handle, the more I don't get the answers. I know it's a little more long-winded, but shit, I'm just grateful for where I'm at right now. Woohoo!
Bro, I am so grateful for my life and just the fact that I can wake up every day. If I have the opportunity to breathe, I will do everything I can to make sure this world is better than I left it when I lived that day. And it doesn't matter who I come across, whether it's I don't see you on this show or actually walk right in front of you. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure I show God's love. I shine bright as possible. And in that, I'm going to show my family, my friends, my finances, my mental health, my physical health, all the same love every single day. So I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful that I can open up my two eyes and that I could give this message to you guys. And I'll be grateful for the next 5 minutes if God gives it to me.
Shout out to Swirl One. Man, great perspective, my guy. Shout out to you. Shout out, Mama Capp. Appreciate the question. Shout out all you beautiful human beings over there live in the chat. We appreciate the hell out of you. No, it was a little difficult. Get up early on the old Black Friday and slide into Forging Fuel. And, oh, I got the day off. What the fuck? What's going on in here? Oh, shit. Fire me up one time. We appreciate you. All amazing. 70 humming beings live in prime time right now. Thank you for showing up. Thanks for starting your day the right way here at Forging Fuel. Baby. But my friends, I think it's time we start working on wrapping this bad boy up for the day. We're 16 minutes after the top of the hour. That is literally 1 hour from when we started the first segment, and I said, hang on for the next hour because it's about to get crazy. It was 7:16. That is an hour on the dot.
Yeah, we killed that.
Fire flame this morning. I got a few announcements. I got a few things I'm excited to talk about. But first, let's start this thing off the only way we know how. By checking back in with old DJ Swirl One, BJ, James Jones, whatever the hell you want to call him, because he's still him at the end of the day. Any final perspective, reminders, thoughts, questions, comments, concerns, anything in between for episode 620?
My friends, I am so thankful for all of you that have tuned in today, whether it was live or you're listening to our voices on some recording out there. If you wouldn't mind to be so kind and share the show with somebody who might get a little bit of knowledge and some insights from something we might say in here. Also, I too have a few announcements. The GACC Pro Shop will have its GAC Friday special. I think that goes live at 11 or 11:30 a.m. CST. And so you'll find all the things that are Grandpa Apes on there available for 36 hours only, and it will be ending on Sunday. So make sure you get in there, get yourself some GAC stuff. It'll all be shipped to you before you get to the holidays. So if you have that grandpa on your list, hey, might as well check that out too. Here's what else I would say. The deals today in every single retail store are not going to be any different than they were yesterday and the day before. So instead of getting in the hustle and bustle, maybe you do a little of this from the computer. Maybe you buy a GAC shirt and do that kind of thing. But I would use the currency you have to invest in some knowledge today. Maybe invest in something that might make your day tomorrow better or give you some more momentum for 2025. I am so excited to be back here on Monday in December to bring you some more vibes. However, this week and tonight, I'm going to celebrate the end of November and be adieu with this entire month. So GAC Friday tonight, DJ Partey. And then, my friends, we'll kick off December with as much excitement as we did today.
Hey.
Yeah.
Sipping serum with your grandma, hit it on the green till she feel it in the spleen. Now we know she on the team. Party at the country club,
it's on me.
The haters fall asleep on elevators. Now there's money in the mattress, money in the cabinets. Dinner serum spicy, but you know I gotta have it. You take, got it working like magic. Like Jordan, implicated for attraction. Waiting for the time I get it. See the club, she get plenty. She be talking to the thugs trying to get me.
GACC, baby, I'm repping. I be on the time. I'm a grandpa.
I know you want to grind out. Meet me in the country club for a time out. Hey, we get wild when we talk shit.
Grandpa H, bitch, no stopping.
Oh, hey, check OS, don't sweat. Bitch,
you verified, so you know we up next day.
We get wild when we talk shit. Grandpa H, bitch, no stopping. Oh,
hey,
check OS, don't sweat.
Bitch, you verified, now you know we up next day.
What up, my Tico?
Saw your grandma naked straight through the peephole. Didn't know she could deep though. No, I'm all caught up with this little old freak hoe. She gon' make me bingo. Let my nigga get stacks for the trap before we go. But the money ain't paying off. We get cheese, smoking weed on the green. That's how
Sipping serum with your grandma, hit it on the green, just feel it in the spleen. Now we know she on the team. Party at the country club is up.
There's money in the mattress, money in the cabinet. And it's serum spicy, but you know I gotta have it. Let me mutate, got it working like magic. Ballin' like Jordan, still gaining my traction. Hey. It's that GICC.
I'm trying to use better words. But sometimes.
You know what it is.
Ah! Fuck if that don't get you fired up. Hey man, look here. You can't say you remember GACC if you can't rap that song. You just cannot say, if you don't know that song, if you don't know the vibes, if you don't be, oh, hey! I don't know if you could say you remember GACC. Who's to say, who's to know? Wow Info. Shout out. What's up, Wow Info? Yeah, man. We're fucking
great. We're amazing.
I couldn't be fucking better. I'm fantastic.
Well, let's go.
Hey, I'm alive. Open my eyes. I'm sucking down some air. The first time I've been able to breathe through my nose since Tuesday afternoon. I mean, life is good. And I got a couple of announcements too. First of all, if you don't know, you won't know. We got to tell you a couple of timings because Swirl One was too excited over there to tell you about all the new stuff, which I will be too. Tonight, GACC TGIF Spaces, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. specifically, hosted from the @GrandpaApeCC account on the X. You'll see a bunch of us and people you see in the chat over there live on that space, so slide on through. And maybe if you ain't got nothing to do and you need a little vibe, you need a little tunes, you need a little something, whatever you're doing on this Friday night, about an hour and a half after that, about 9:30 p.m. EST, Old Club GACC will open wide. GAC Radio Live will be pumping, and it is going to be fire flame heat because DJ Swirl One is going to be taking one track, two tracks, swirling them around and pumping them out into one track, into whatever you may be listening to, and taking those frowns and turning them upside down, and you just might hear, Swirl One. And it's going to be hard for you not to keep moving and grooving all night long. And maybe if you're not a member of GACC, maybe you can check it out on Twitch. Maybe, just maybe, you could even slide on through the gateway and become a member of the Diamond Ham fam today. Start your 7-day free trial, and we can hook you up with a GACtivity pass. You get over there and enjoy everything GAC by just getting involved with the fam. And maybe you need a little mental growth, little physical growth, little financial growth. Maybe you need a network of people who are on the latest and greatest, on the cutting edge, giving you the best shit as soon as it hits the news cycle. Not even once it hits the timeline. We're already talking about it way more in depth before anybody else brings it live in prime time. You think I'm bullshitting? Slide on through, check it out, say, how do you do? 7 free days, and then you can stick around for the rest of eternity, baby. Outside of that, we didn't have our other show this week. You see the matrix behind Swirl One there, so I figured I'd mention Decoding the Divide. We will be back next week, and we're going to really start to dive into this division. Why are we divided? Who's creating the divide? Where did the divide originally start? Could it have been on Jekyll Island in 1906? Who's to say, who's to know, but one day at a time we will begin to build upon, and maybe you just might have your brain blown out of your ears saying, oh my gosh, I didn't know that was actually happening. What the hell? Tune in if you like a little truth bomb from time to time. Also, this one here. Excuse me. Let me make it clear. I'm excited about this one. Let me tell you what. Hey, Deez, while I'm popping this up, could you maybe pull up the winter collection on Mine and Shine Apparel? Just roll over to mineandshineapparel.com and just pop up the winter collection. That would be fucking dope. Because I'm about to share my screen one time. Because friends and family, the brand new winter collection and new December release is officially live in prime time. And my friends, I am elated to announce that we have now available for your purchase one. Come on. FNF t-shirt. Yes, sir, my friends. There it is. Forge and Fuel live in prime time. Very big on the front. That's a 4-inch logo right there. So the people are going to know where your heart is right live in prime time. And it gets better. Look at the back of this bad boy. Ooh. We're talking enjoy the hallways. We're talking as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. We eat the frog around here. It's only data. Oh, Matt, we're a bunch of eagles. The process is the product. We're breaking statues. If this ain't the most badass fucking shirt you've ever seen in your days, I don't know what is. Look at this shit. And it's cheap as all get out. It is absolutely cheap. Compared to some of them other merch stores out there, this bad boy, right? Ooh, you can get your hands on this for cheap. Get yourself a little Forge and Fuel shirt. You can rock that. We also have a hoodie. We also have a Forge and Fuel beanie. So you can be all types of crazy out there. You'd have it all. And if you like Decoding the Divide, you want to tell the people that you're all about that truth serum, we might have that too. We might have a Decoding the Divide t-shirt, Decoding the Divide sweatshirt, Decoding the Divide beanie for crying out.
Merchandising.
And you know, we got a little winter collection. Hey, Deez, could you pop up that winter collection one time for the one? Just look at it. Oh, I mean, would you look at these sweatshirts and a flannel and Jared Albright? Look here, my friend. We finally have your beanies available for purchase. Who's to say, who's to know? Crush it. DHMG, Forge and Fuel, the logo. We got it all, baby. Woo!
I'm sorry, but that's funny. Having a who's to say, who's to know beanie is really good.
Ain't that fucking raw? I can't wait.
That's
to wear
good
that.
shit right there.
Oh, I can't wait to throw that on.
They're gonna look at that and they're gonna be like, "Who's to say, who's to know?" You'll be like, "Yeah."
What?
Just keep walking.
What is it? Yeah. Hey, who's to say, who's to know? Hey, I got that idea. There's that group on the Diamond District. It's like Moses and Reem and like all those. They make videos on Facebook and shit. And the one girl, one of them says Yala or something, and they had it on a beanie. And I was like, bro, that's fucking great. That's amazing. That's just her saying. And now she's wearing it all the time, and people want that hat like crazy. So, hey, little who's to say, who's to know on a little beanie for you. Keep your earsies warm and keep the people guessing at the same time. Who's to say, who's to know? We're also running a Black Friday sale, 10% off all of your orders on Mine and Shine Apparel, and free shipping on orders over 100 plus. Son of a bitch. It's crazy. We'll see what happens this Friday. Maybe we do a little something on Cyber Monday too. I'm not as good as GACC now. We don't be running it all weekend. You got to show up on Black Friday. You don't get to lollygag around on Saturday and Sunday over here at Mine and Shine Apparel.
Yeah, grandpas get up late, so I have to.
Yeah, it's a good point. Sometimes
I gotta say, it is what it is.
Clean their dentures and get a cup of coffee. Yeah, I get it.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
And maybe we'll just see how Friday goes. Maybe there's something on Monday too. So just want to get you guys all up to date on that. I know you guys have been asking for a hot minute. When new Mine and Shine Apparel, when Forge and Fuel shirt, when beanies, when.
Patience, young Padawan.
Chicken suckers right now, live in prime time. And also going forward, we will continually, as I've been saying, most likely monthly drops, just a little something new, a little t-shirt here, a little t-shirt there, take something away. So just keep your eyes peeled. And obviously, I'll always tell you about that here on the show. And if you're looking for the links, whether it's for Mine and Shine Apparel, the GAC Pro Shop, the Diamond Hand Media Group website, the Gateway, or anything else DHMG/GACC related, you can find it in this episode's description. If you're listening, you can find it in your episode's description as well. Go visit whatever you might need, and we'll see you over there. And while you're laughing, maybe you could subscribe. Maybe you could hit a notification bell. Maybe you could hit a like. Maybe you could hit a heart, a repost, a quote post. Maybe you could share a clip you see out there on the timeline. Maybe you could make your own clip. All we ask is you just tag the show. Don't be a hoe. Maybe you could give us a follow. Maybe you could leave us some ratings. Maybe you could just look at your screen right now and smash the hell out of whatever buttons you haven't smashed yet today. Can't thank you enough when you do that. Each and every one of you, baby, because it only helps us continue to grow and flow each and every day. But for right now, my friends, that's all the reminders. That's all the updates. That's all we got for you on this beautiful Friday, November the 29th, 2024. That is episode 620, and we hope you woke up like never before. Hope you're ready to turn some obstacles into opportunities, losses into lessons, your trials and tribulations into triumphs, and what you thought was going to be a failure, just a brand new damn chance to flourish. Please I've already said it once on this show, but I'll say it again, don't you know? Leave the bullshit of this week at the doorway of the weekend and burst through into the hallway of the weekend, chasing your passions, building the life you've been dreaming about instead of escaping the one you're currently living. As James Brown once said, James Brown once said, it's time to get on up and get on now. But before we do, a couple of things I'd appreciate if you'd allow me to remind you. Number one, even a 2-year-old can make an excuse. Number two, even a dead fish can go with the flow. And number three, being that this here show is a member of the Diamond Hand Media Group, I ask you keep in mind that DHMG, there we go, we don't only HOLD, we hold each other up. And right now is one hell of a time to flex those diamond hands. Shut up! Teaching every one of you flexing those diamond hands on a day in and day out, night in and night out basis. We appreciate you from the bottom of our heart. Thank you for investing your time here at Forge and Fuel this morning and every single morning you choose to. We know it is your most valuable asset, so we will continue to pay it back to you and get you that high quality ROI by showing up every day on the consistent pursuit of our passions and being right by your side while you pursue yours. But for now, my friends, we'll catch you tonight, maybe at Club GACC, maybe in a show before then, maybe a space, maybe a Discord, maybe a VC, maybe a DM group chat, hell, maybe even the Gateway, baby. Wherever you see us, you know what the vibes will be. But for now, friends and family, for our Mr. Producer, DEEZY, Derek DZ Snow, for our co-host with the Mo-Os, BJ Swirl One Sparks, a.k.a. James Jones, a.k.a. whatever the hell you want to call him because he is him, and for yours truly, Colton Capp Swirl. We can't thank you enough for choosing to tune in on this Black Friday to a little Forge and Fuel. Hope you're ready to go have a fantastic one because that's all we got for you. We bid thee adieu, and as always, we say unto you, peace and love.